Yo, the Serve Fresh sessions are back with KSFM. Your boy Sushi is right here with you with a special guest per the usual. And I've heard people pronounce your name slightly different.
Gashi and Gashi.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say.
Up to you. Gashi or Gashi?
Oh, so it don't matter.
Doesn't matter. It's Gashi or Gashi. I like Gashi, but it's really Gashi.
Okay. But you like Gashi.
Yeah.
See, you're the one that makes it confusing on people.
Exactly. But, I was just in Korea. They all said Gashi.
I believe that, actually.
They were like, oh, Gashi. And I was like, yeah.
See, and then Japan would probably say Gashi.
Yes. Yes.
So, yeah, there's a confusion on both ends of it, then.
You know what? Whatever you want to call me as long as you know the lyrics to my song.
Yo, and so speaking of which, you have Creep on Me, which is out now.
Yes, Creep on Me is out right now. Produced by Circuit, who's if you know Circuit, he's produced like all the beginning of like the Weeknd, majority of the Weeknd stuff.
Yeah.
Katy Perry stuff, all like the pop big records, Starboy, all that, and produced by DJ Snake as well, and French Montana's on it. It's like my single right now, and it's like making a lot of noise, man.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool because I feel like it's almost like a welcome party for you to like the radio side of things.
Yeah. I feel like a majority of my records do belong on the radio.
Yeah.
But sometimes you question it. You're like, is it or not? But like with Creep on Me, man, as soon as I put it up, the next day is on like majority of the radio stations.
Yeah.
And it's like, I remember the first night, me and my manager, we went to eat, whatever, and we had all this food with us. We went in the car, and it came on the radio. And it sounded like it belonged there. You understand? It's like some songs sound like they belong on the radio.
Yeah. And
Creep
it
on
makes
Me.
a lot of sense because, I mean, it's French Montana is not necessarily a new thing for you working with French. And also, the first time that I heard of you, there was a 4 in your name.
Yeah.
And you had done the song For Life with DJ Snake.
Yeah.
So this is that's why I'm saying it's kind of like a welcome party because it's like recalling some of these things that have already been a part of your story.
Man, I appreciate you even knowing that. That's amazing. Yeah, man, I worked with French Montana in 2010. And I also was on DJ Snake's album. I did the song with Travis Scott and Quavo. And then I had a song called For Life. And I also had a 4 on my name, but I killed it because people can't pronounce my name. They still can't pronounce my name, even though it's spelled out now.
I know, and it seems like we're in a time period where that would work. Like we're talking like everybody has numbers and whatever in social media.
Exactly. Like they still call Black Six Lack.
Yeah, they still call him 6 Lack.
Yeah, but it's Gashi, whatever you want to call it. I dated the 4 off my name, and once I killed the 4, I put it on my face.
Well played. Very well played. So you didn't necessarily dead it, you just had it live somewhere else.
Yes, I had it, relive on my face. When you kill something, just you put it on your face so you remember it forever.
So I will say that I had to dig back a little bit more because I didn't want it to just be like For Life and Forward. So I wanted to dig back because I know you've been in the game for a minute.
10 years.
And it's been a very long time coming for you.
Oh, man, it's been a journey, man.
And I will say that there was a video that I saw that was one of my favorite ones because it starts out with the footage of your last day as a garbage man.
Oh shoot! Blame it on the bag.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I used to take the trash out and be a garbage man before music, and I used to do the maintenance for this building for my father in order for us to live there for free. It's a 1-bedroom apartment in Brooklyn, all 5 of us, and blame it on the bag. Everybody thinks I'm talking about money and like blame it on the money bag, but it's just me because I'm always like that. Like. I don't like being too simple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got a song called 1134. Everybody thinks it's just 1134, but if you turn it upside down, it says hell.
Wow.
But I ain't want to call it that, So everything with me is always subliminal. I feel like even when I'm dissing people on my songs, it's super subliminal. Like, because me saying like straight up, suck my dick, it's just like, it's not creative. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, I want to be one of those artists that when I'm dead and gone, you could like relive my music.
Yeah.
And with Blame It on the Bag, I just wanted to, say blame it on the bag. I'm talking about the garbage bag. And you could blame it on the garbage bag for motivating me enough to get here.
Yeah, and I would say that song too is also. It kind of sounds like if you follow like a timeline, it kind of sounds like the transition point for you because that's when you start hearing. I mean, the whole song is kind of like this singy rap joint.
Yeah.
And before then, you're barring out on everything for the
Yeah.
most part, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it turns into this transition that gets us to where Creep on Me is now, which is definitely obviously a very
Singing.
melodic record,
Yeah.
singing and all that. So
Yeah.
Blame It on the Bag seems kind of like that transition period that takes you
To
into
that.
where it is currently.
Yeah, man, I'm glad you said that, man. You know, I feel like with Blame It on the Bag. By the way, that's my favorite song I've done in a very long time.
It felt like it in the video too because you just look like you're having hella fun.
Super fun. I used the budget money that I was supposed to shoot the video for. I just threw it into the pool. So it's a lyric video, and that's that. But as far as Blame It on the Bag goes, man, I love that record so much. I think it's my most slept on record. It's just it's a hip hop rap record, and the reason I might sound crazy, but I don't think anyone's ever used that flow. I don't think anyone's used that flow the way I used it, and ever since I did that, I'm starting to see a lot of rappers do the same shit. Same thing with 1134, my song 1134. I was the first artist to put goats in my video and hold them.
Like little baby goats roaming around
Yeah.
the studio, bro.
And then after we did it, everybody started using it as their covers. Everybody started doing it like 6 months after. And I just think my managers at Roc Nation thought I was crazy. My label thought I was crazy. Like, what you want to do? I said, just get me mad baby goats and put me in a room. And they thought I was crazy. But the reason why I made 1134 is basically me calling myself a young baby goat. But we only call each other goats when we die. So the video and the song is about suicide and me killing myself as a young artist for people to appreciate me. So that's why I put the goats in there, because it's greatest of all time. And I put a bunch of baby ones because I didn't want to put no older ones because I'm not an old artist. I'm a young, new artist. So that was the whole point of the whole video. And 1134 means hell. And they, like, all my life as a kid, my mother's told me if you kill yourself, you automatically go to hell because you lost the game, you gave up. And that's the whole point of the song.
And so I have to ask, because you mentioned that the managers at Roc Nation had to just think you were crazy, right?
Yeah.
So do you tell them all of this, or do you just say, bring the baby goats to the studio, we're going to shoot this video, and then later on you explain it after? Or do you tell them so that they're like, nah, I don't think I explain myself.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Let it ride.
Just let it ride. Like, I just feel like, same thing with my music. Like, I've never sat down and wrote a song. I just go in there and I do one take, and that's the song.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's one song. It's just one thing. I hate doing takes. I don't have time for that. I think it's stupid. I think if I have to think, then I don't mean it. So that's that.
And that's interesting too, because especially being that obviously Roc Nation plays a lot into your coming up story as like your road to getting to Roc Nation.
Yeah.
And most people know that Jay-Z does, like, we've seen the videos for years of Jay-Z going into the studio, doing the whole, like, do a couple of lines, run it back.
Yeah.
Very different process. Also doesn't write it.
Yeah.
But very different.
Similar,
in mind state.
Yeah.
But still a similar idea.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of cool that kind of plays into where you are now too.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting, man, because same time when I saw, because I'm all about the number 4, and same thing with Jay. He's about the number 4 as well, and Beyonce. They both born on the 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm born on October 4th. And
does that make you a Libra?
Yeah, I'm a Libra.
I'm a Libra too.
When's your
October
birthday?
18th.
So you're a Libra, yeah. So we balance each other. I got the scale tatted on me. The Jay-Z thing is interesting because around the same time I signed, the 444 album came out, and he's really big on 4 and stuff like that, which was super interesting. The fact that I was on the same kind of wave,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that played very nicely into that for you, apparently, because now it's kind of seemed like since that ride happened, you just been having hella fun with the access and the things you have available to you with the Roc Nation cosign.
Yeah, man. For you, no pun intended.
Yeah, I know. I just let that ride out a little bit.
Yeah,
too.
that was cool. it's really cool being at Roc Nation. But a lot of people think that I'm signed to Roc Nation as a label, and I'm not. I'm signed to them as management. I'm really signed to RCA Records. And
Gotcha.
when I signed to them, I kind of, when I played them my music, and the video went viral of me dancing in the label, at the label. It kind of went viral. World Star posted it, everybody posted it, and that majority of my following is from that video. And it kind of made everything fall in place. The Roc Nation management really helped out, and RCA really got involved. But one thing that I've learned is no one could save you. So, I signed to these people, whatever, but that doesn't mean that they're the reason why anything happened for me. It's, it's like a lot of artists don't understand that, when you sign to these people and you sign to these labels or management, you need to work harder than ever.
Yeah.
Because they only work for you if you work for yourself. So I just want, because I'm always speaking, when I'm speaking into the camera, I'm always speaking for the young artists that's watching me right now.
Yeah.
And we live in a fucking crazy era where it's like every show that I have, sorry, I can't breathe because I eat all these shrimps and tacos. and sorry. But what was I saying? Yeah. When I speak into the camera, I speak to my younger self. And I instead of me jerking off sometimes on a computer or doing some stupid shit, or like going on my favorite porn site, I tend to go on YouTube and watch like Alexander McQueen interviews and interviews of like people that inspire me. I love watching like Jim Morrison and stuff like that. And I feel like we live in a crazy era where it's like every fan that I run into gives me a compliment, and then they give me their CD right after. So it's like more artists at shows than fans.
Yeah, that's very true, and it's very noticeable, especially in the current climate.
Exactly. So when you're speaking, I feel like I'm speaking to artists instead of fans. And what I'm trying to get at is I'm trying to explain to the artist that no one's gonna save you. Like, that mentality is the same mentality that sets you back further. Like, I set myself back because I waited for someone to save me. Someone with a suit, a Rolex, with a lot of money to save me. And no one saved me. I saved myself. I became homeless, looking for someone to save me. And nobody cares. No one cares about you. And the more you lean and try to find a way for someone to save you, the further back you get. So I signed to RCA, I signed to Roc Nation. They're just there to push the button when I pop off. They're not there to make me pop off.
Right.
So all they're there to do is watch me do what they expect of me to do and then press the button. So for the listeners out there, you're not going to sign to a major and expect them to do anything for you. They're going to come and suck your dick after you're lit. You can't not be lit and then have somebody get you lit. It just doesn't work that way. It used to work like that. It doesn't work like that.
Especially with the turnover of current music right now. It's so easy to access everything that they can't just put you on. You have to be able to put in the work like that.
There's a new artist every Friday.
For real, like real.
There's a new artist every Friday. How are you going to separate yourself? You know what I'm saying? That's why, a lot of artists do the craziest shit, start beefs and shit, and get all crazy looking, and because it's the music industry is Hunger Games, and if you're not willing to kill somebody or suck 100 dicks, you're done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You need to figure out a way to get in the music business, and whichever way you get in the game is how you get in the game. But with me, it took me 10 years because it didn't allow anyone to tell me what to do. I didn't allow anyone to tell me what my music should sound like. I didn't allow anyone to tell me you should dress this way. I didn't do that. I took the hard route. I took the stairs. I didn't take the elevator up. And now I'm here 10 years after, and I signed to a major, and they're cool. I signed to Roc Nation, and they're cool, but I'm still the Gashi brand. I'm still myself, so.
And that is, I really wanted to dive back into that too, because you do mention that this isn't a short road that you've taken. It's a 10-year long road that got you to this point.
Yeah.
It has to feel a lot better knowing that you worked your ass off to get there and there wasn't a handout, though.
Yeah, it does. It feels a lot better. And you know what, man? I think I appreciate it more, man, because if I popped off in 2009 and 2010, I don't think I would be here because my music was not that good. I just had a meeting with Zane Lowe the other day, and Zane Lowe said, I told him, I remember I gave you a CD, and he goes, yeah, I remember that. He goes, would you have given me that same CD today? I said, no. He goes, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? And he had a point, because as an artist, the longer you take, the more, if you keep going, it's the more you develop, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, as an artist, I like looking at myself as wine. You know, I'm only getting better with time.
Yep.
And I'm only getting more. My mindset is growing. I'm making music a lot easier. I'm more confident when I walk into a studio. I see these artists, man. When these artists invite me to the studio, I'm just in there and I'm just like laughing, because it's like I'm watching a kid who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. And I'm just laughing because I'm just like, wow, it took me so long, but now that I'm here, I run circles around these guys.
Yeah. Because you've actually put in, it's one of those things where it's like, if you can make it this way, you can make it anywhere. They say that you can make it this place, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah.
But if you took the long, hard path, that now you figured out all the troubleshooting, you figured out everything that kind of gets you to that next level in that.
Yeah.
So when that road comes, a lot of them aren't going to get it.
They're not going to be
because
prepared.
they've never gone through those trials and tribulations.
Exactly. And it's like, you're not prepared. And you know what, man? I told DJ Snake the other day, I said, I'm nervous. And he said, what you nervous about? I said, I'm just nervous. I'm doing so well. I don't want it to fade out. And he said, are you lucky? He said, no, seriously. Are you lucky? Or he said, is it you? I said, what do you mean? He goes, is it you? Is it you making these songs, or are you lucky? And I said, no, it's me, because I'm doing it over and over again. He goes, then what's there to be nervous about? You're only nervous if you can't do it again.
Damn.
Because you know you got lucky and now you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's like meeting the devil. You know, you meet the devil and he's like, what do you want? And you tell him what you want, and then you become successful. But then when your wish is up, because everything is very short amount of time. So when you meet the devil and he's like, what do you want? You're like, yeah, I want to be lit. I want clout. And he's like, okay, cool. I'm going to give it to you, right? And then he only gives it to you for like about 6 years the most, I would say.
And that's shooting pretty high, actually.
Yeah, but like really, when he plays a trick on you, it's really for a year. And then you become lit for a year, and he gives you this clout for a year, and you're like super lit. And then one day, it runs off, and you go into the studio, and you realize you can't even sing. And you realize you can't even make a hit. And then you realize you're not talented. And then guess what? You fall off. And then you're broke again. And you know what sucks about life is you rather be broke than have it and go broke. Because there's nothing worse in life than being broke and famous.
That's wild, but that's absolutely true.
Yeah. I've done this over and over again. I'm prepared mentally, physically. And it took me so long, but it's like the person who takes the tests and studies, and he goes in and he just bangs it out because he's been studying for so long, compared to the kid who's like, I know this, this is nothing for me.
Yeah. Then
they go in there and they're like, fuck, I did not study, I fucked up. And I think I studied for a long time. Think of it as this. The test just happened this year, and I studied for 10 years. I'm ready to go, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely. So it's not by any luck of the draw that a single like Creep on Me is actually
Yeah.
making noise the way it is,
Yeah.
because there's reason behind it. There was work behind it that created a monster.
Yeah, yeah. It's
And
like by itself, or it's like organic. It's
yeah.
not marketing, you know.
Right. And there's a story to go behind it that spans over 10 years.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like I had to meet French in 2010 for this record to happen.
Yep.
Yeah,
And you had to have the connect with DJ Snake for
Snake.
that to happen. all
exactly.
that.
It's like so weird. But you know, like it comes to show you again, life has its reasons, and everything happens for a reason. And when things don't go your way, man, you should be like super thankful, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, fuck, dude. I'm mad they closed the tunnel, man. I gotta go take the long route. And then you go take the long route and you go to work. You're like, fuck, I barely made it. And then you look at the news and the fucking tunnel collapsed and you could have been in it. So even when something doesn't go your way, you should be thankful. Good or bad, you should just be thankful because you know what? You're alive and you know, nothing's promised, man. You know, these artists are dying left and right and they're dropping like flies and we're not appreciating them until they die. So and you know what, man? Like, I have all this jewelry on. I have Rolexes and rings, and I have Prada on, and I have Louis Vuitton on, and I have all these material things, and I don't need it. I don't know why I do it. It's because, like, I never had it. But at the same time, it's like when I'm gone, I'm not taking none of this stuff with me, so what's the point, you know?
Yeah. But at the same time, like, this is definitely something that is, I mean, you've come a long way to get to this point, too.
Yeah.
That has built you up to be able to help fund and kind of bring these things in for yourself.
Yeah, but it's just like, it's taken so long that it's just like, whatever. It's like, I wish I had it when I had my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? I wish I popped off when I had my girlfriend so I could have someone to like enjoy it with. But then again, it's like, fuck it, because I'm enjoying it with my parents. I'm enjoying it with my nephew. I'm enjoying it with my sister. I'm enjoying the success with my family, which is more important than anything in the world, you know?
Yeah.
I got my parents and brought my parents into a new home. I paid my parents' debt. I've become the rich uncle I wish I had. You understand?
You become the dude.
I've become the person I wish I had. I never had that. I've always had like rich friends who are like, yeah, my uncle owns like this or my uncle owns that. And I always said to myself, I wish I had a family member that was rich enough to invest in my studio time and stuff. I never had nothing. I never had none of that. My dad's a janitor. My mom barely has a job, and I've never had anyone help me, you know. And I came here. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm not where I used to be, and that's the important part.
Yeah, I think somebody told me the other day that you have to keep a log of your progress.
Yeah.
You have to be able to document that because when you get to look to see where you came from, you shouldn't be in the same place from where that started.
Yeah.
And the good thing is we've definitely seen you come from a place that was not where you're at today. We almost saw you give up on this dream because I heard that tale, that part of your story too, where you almost had to quit.
Yeah, I almost quit and went back to school, man. And then the same night I was going to quit and go back to school, I drove my mom to her night shift, and my song came on the radio. And I saw that as a sign, like, okay, for me not to quit and keep going. So shout out to Hot 97 in New York for playing that shit. Every time I was about to quit, I've always saw a sign that's like, yo, don't do it, you know? But even with football, when I quit football, it was weird. I quit and got off the bus. I was crying in the city because nothing was going right with music, and then I ran into a homeless person who was trying to sell me football gloves for $2.
Wow.
And I always thought to myself, wow, maybe I left like I've done the biggest mistake. But you know what, man? I have the right to ask for a shuffle. And you know what I'm saying? If that was supposed to be my thing, let me shuffle the cards again, and you know what? And now it's music, so I just don't want to put my faith in anyone else. I don't even want anyone controlling my life. I want to be the one in charge of it, you know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, I have no control. All I could do is show up. You can't win the lottery if you don't buy the ticket, you know what I'm saying? So I'm buying the ticket. You know what? Whatever numbers pop up, they pop up. All I know is I tried my best.
And at the same time, again, it's not just what numbers pop up, because for you, you definitely put in the work, and you said,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. This is the product of you putting in that work.
Work. Yeah, but I'm saying like I bought the ticket.
Mm,
I did it. No one bought the ticket for me. You understand?
Right.
Now whether I win or not, I know I tried my best.
yeah.
You understand? I know I put in work.
Absolutely.
So no one gave me the ticket and said, scratch this ticket. You have an opportunity. No one gave me opportunity. I bought the ticket myself. So that's the thing. And I feel like that's been my career. And Creep on Me is, my album is about a trap rapper who gets stuck in a time machine and is forced to make 80s music.
Crazy.
Yeah. So when you listen to this album, it's a bunch of tickets. Creep on Me is just one of 22. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have so many amazing records on this album. And
that is awesome.
Thank you so much. And I look forward. I just want to introduce myself to the world as like the trap Phil Collins, and really like make people go to a different time, because music is supposed to be nostalgic. Like, you're supposed to feel nostalgia as soon as you hear it, and we've lost that because every fucking song sounds the same, man. You know, and you know, who am I to say what's supposed to sound like? I'm just saying, like, I remember listening to something on the radio and knowing the difference, you know what I'm saying? And now it's just like the same shit over and over again, everywhere, not just radio, everywhere, TV, YouTube, wherever platform, it's the same stuff. And I just feel like it's time for change. And if you want to see change, you must be the change you want to see. And I feel like that's what I did with this album.
And when are we going to see this album?
December. Yeah, God willing. Yeah, I drop it in December. Hopefully it happens. So I don't know. I have no control of that. Like I said, that part I don't have control of. If it comes out, it comes out. But I just know that I work super hard on it, and it's something that is my baby. It's like I really worked hard on it, and it has skits in it. It has everything. Super, super dope.
I'm excited for that, especially after knowing your story and then knowing how this has continued on for you to get to God willing for December. This is it's going to be a good way to kind of bring a summary to all that.
Definitely, man. You see how fast we going through these albums, man. We're going, bro. We're not listening.
Yeah, but you said 22.
Yeah,
22 songs in this thing.
Yeah, well, I might have to cut it to 20, but yeah.
That's, I mean, you can't really just burn through 20.
Of course, but the thing is, I have Disrespectful. It's out. I have majority of them out. I have like 6 songs out already. You know what I'm saying? And bro, Disrespectful hit 50 million plays.
Yeah.
Turn Me Down is at like 15 million, 20 almost million. No 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 is at like 15 million. Every song is at M's. You understand? Like, I've had all these songs that I put out go M's, and you know, like, this album is like, it's gonna be something you don't skip. And you know what? And if you don't find the songs you like, then I'm not the artist for you. And there's so many artists out there. Go find somebody you like. But I made it specifically so you never leave my playlist. You never leave, because there's something for you in it. That's why I made this album. I made it for you to be like, yo, man, this dude made this song for me. This is for me. So even if you don't like my shit, you know you're gonna find something you like.
Yeah. It sounds like your tickets are doing pretty good right now, bro.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And what? After this interview, I want to play my album. If we have some time, I want to play some songs. So hopefully we can get to do that here.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you pulling up. Are there any last things you want to give to the Surf Fresh Sessions?
Oh, man, I just want to say be yourself. And thank you for having me. And like music because you like it. Don't like it because other people are telling you to like it. This is bullshit. This is why America is behind on music right now. And Europe is ahead of it, because Europe is not listening to the blogs or whatever stupid Instagram posts you're posting. They're liking it because they think it's dope. And then we're liking it 3 years after. So I was listening to Tekashi because he had dope videos in like 2013, 14. I saw this kid making dope videos, and now he's taking over the music game in 2018. But he was doing shows in Russia and stuff like that, in Europe, way before America, because it seems like kids in America are so fucking brainwashed and have become such hypebeasts that you guys are just liking what fucking fashion designers are telling you to like, when fucking fashion designers are fashion designers. They don't know shit about music. Stop fucking letting people with no credibility on music tell you what to like. It's fucking bullshit. 3 years ago, motherfuckers would wait for Kylie to tell them what's hot. What the fuck does she know? And I love Kylie, no offense. I love her, but she's not an A&R. Like, she's not, like, why the fuck are we waiting on a girl to play it in her Range Rover for you to know what the fuck is good?
That's real.
We need to bring music back to the ground. We need to bring music back to the roots. We need to bring music back to the poor people, because I'm sick of rich folks trying to take the culture. They don't know what the fuck music is. Music, a radio is the only thing I had when I did not have no money. I didn't have nothing. I had nothing. I was homeless. A radio was the only thing me and my brother had, and we would dance to Michael Jackson and make money and feed the family. So music was the only thing I had. I'm not depending on no rich motherfucker to tell me what to listen to. So make up your fucking mind and listen to what you love. Don't worry about what other people are listening to. And if you want to be great in this world, you must be grateful. So that's all I got to say.
That was beautiful.
Thank you so much.
And I appreciate that.
I appreciate
it. Yo,
I
appreciate you pulling up.
Thank you,
where do people find you on the internet?
Gashi, Gashi, everywhere. Hit me up. I follow back. I reply all the time. And I just want to make everyone feel concern-free. So Gashi, Gashi, hit me.
Don't worry about the pronunciation of the A. It's good.
We good.